Goggins. I am the director and founder of the U.S. Open Beer Championships. We started back in 2009. Myself, Rick Robertson, and John Downing all started the first craft brewery in Georgia in 1989, and that lasted until about 97. And then we had an idea we needed to all get together again, and so we developed the U.S. Open Beer Championships. John Downing is the director of judging, Rick Roberts is director of marketing, and so basically we only had like 8 judges the first year. We had 172 entries, and my wife said that this better not lose money because I had lost so much money in the brewery. So the first year expenses were medals, a plane ticket for John to come down from Toronto to Atlanta, and pizza, and that was $2,250. So we had 47 breweries, but our total revenue was $2,300. We made $50, so we got to do it again. And thanks to compounding, every year since then, except for the COVID years, we have grown at between 15 and 50%. And today we are the 3rd largest competition in the United States, and we're the largest competition that's not associated with a Brewers Association. Today, the U.S. Open is the only beer judging event that has its own venue. It is a 6,000 square foot Amish barn, complete with 2 coolers, the office that we are in currently, a judging area, a serving area, and in the near future we will have a licensed nano brewery to finish off the place. The success of the U.S. Open is, number one thing is all the volunteers that we have. We have probably over 60 volunteers. And we have and every year we have a ceremonial new glass, and because this is the 15th year, we have written on back that because of the success of the U.S. Open, it says a special thanks to all the judges, volunteers, and brewers that made the U.S. Open Beer Championship what it is today. And I think one of the greatest things is some people ask, how do I become a judge? And the funny thing is we have a limited number, and because we can only judge 32 judges at one time, and so everybody comes back, and so it's very hard. Somebody's got to move or die in order to get a new judge in.
Oh, hi, I'm John Downing. I'm Director of Judging for the U.S. Open Beer Championships. I've been doing this for 15 years now with Dow and the boys. We started in Atlanta, in Dow's dad's basement. My real-time job is the brewmaster professor at Niagara College. I teach students how to brew, and so far I've done over 500 of those in the last 13 years. Before that, I was a consultant in the brewing industry, and I opened up about 125 breweries around the world. So beer has basically been my life. I started brewing when I was 14 years old, and haven't stopped yet. Hopefully not anytime soon. I met Dow in Toronto when he was working up there, and he started chatting to me about opening up a brewery in Georgia, and I said, oh, that could be fun. So I moved down to Georgia for a while and helped them set up in Helen. We got that brewery going, we got a contract brew going, we won a whole bunch of medals at the Great American Beer Festival and the World Beer Cup. I think in 1996 I was World Beer Champion. So we had a great run, a lot of fun.
One thing that we have is just truly great people volunteering as not only their work ethic, but as friends. As everybody becomes friends here. It's when it's just like every year, it's a little homecoming situation where everybody hasn't seen each other for a year, and there's an instant bond when they come here and judge. The brewers tell us, we're the only one of the big competitions that care. If they have a late package, we'll fix it. If they have broken bottles, we take care of it. If they forgot, and We always know in the brewing industry things happen, and we always look to help the individuals.
When we do the judging here, it started off 4 friends sitting around a table having a beer. And that's exactly what we've continued, and it's grown and grown. We now have, I think, 10 tables in there today and about 20 volunteers helping out. So 10 tables of 4 people. They sit down around the table, they get bought the beers, they don't know what they are, they're all covered. So they have a server who's normally one of the directors of the company coming down and serving their beer with the labels covered so they don't know what it is. They'll try about between 6 and 10 depending on the style and the number of beers entered in the category. And they'll either put 3 forward if there are 40 or 50 entries. Obviously it takes 2 or 3 tables to do that, 4 or 8 tables. Or they will decide the top 3 beers and put them in their ranking of gold, silver and bronze. And it really is a discussion. It's a friendly chat between the 4 judges at the table. Some might be expert BJCP certified, industry veterans, others could be students, others could be people who are just the UPS guy or the FedEx guy who happened to drop all this beer off and say, hey, what's going on here? And they became a part of this, and now they take part in the judging and joining, and they're learning all the time. I learn all the time. When I'm serving the tables, I love giving a little bit of story behind the beers they're trying and tasting. So if they're trying a Munich Helles, I'll tell them the story about Sedelmeier and Dreher delivering beer. And here I'm going becoming a professor, but I'm not a professor here. It's all about the competition and drinking beer and judging it and appreciating it. And really that's what it comes down to. If your beer is high quality, if your beer is clean and to style, or to a new style. I mean, we are constantly adding new beers, new categories every year. I think we added 6 new categories this year because 6 new styles became popular. We will add them in, we will judge them, we will rate them, and they will be given medals.
When somebody said, Dad, did you ever figure out that it would become something like this? And I honestly say no. And I thought this was initially a good idea just to get my old brewing friends back together for one time a year. Now we do 4 different judgings a year.
The idea in the first year was to make enough money so they could fly me down from Toronto to Atlanta and we could all get together again. We managed that, and we've grown from, I think it was 60 beers that first year to now well over 3,000, I don't know, even 4,000 beers this year. We also now do multiple competitions. We have a college championships where students of brewing can create beers and enter competition. And we have cider championships, the seltzer championships, and whiskey and spirits championships. So the US Open is going great guns and expanding all the time.
Have relationships with old friends and you get to continue that every single year. You have some of the best people in the world that have either were your friends or now your closest friends, and everybody feels like it's a bond that they're a part of this. And if you can make 50 people happy for a day, or having 50 people looking forward to seeing everybody, you never have to worry about, everybody loves each other and and looks forward to it. How many people get to create something like that? I don't know many, and so I feel totally blessed and fortunate that that all these people created the US Open.